It was important for me to have a sink in my van. So I have the sink that opens up, and this is a faucet that folds down. The sink itself is from thrift stores.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we get a pleasure of talking to Irina. Irina, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
So Irina, tell us a little bit about the rig that you're in and why you chose it.
This is a 2020 Ford Transit Connect long wheelbase. The reason I chose Transit Connect and Transit in general, Ford, is because originally when I started traveling, I had a little camper that I was pulling tab with my Subaru, and then when I did realize that I don't want to pull anything and it was too complicated, I saw Transits, the first generation, on the road, and I kind of liked that they were taller. And I figured, I can put a lot of boxes in there up to the ceiling, and that will be efficient. I went to a Ford dealership and I saw this, and it looked very cool because it was kind of a new form, a new shape of it. And I decided, I'll try. I put all the seats down. There was a passenger one, so I put all the seats down and lay down, and it fit me perfectly.
Well, with that, you want to just go do a tour?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, this van build was done by my friends that did my flooring and my ceiling. And when that was done, I had a professional cabinet maker, and he agreed to do it.
So I noticed you have looks like a coat closet right there.
Right there is my coat closet, and it changes with the weather. And behind here is my water. It's not a storage, but it's part of my sink. So this is a gray water tank and my freshwater tank.
How long have you been on the road?
I've been on the road full-time since 2014.
Wow, so over 10 years.
Over 10 years. Not all of them in the van, but a lot of moving around and trying different ways of living, and I like this one the most.
What's been your favorite part about nomadic life?
That I can go wherever I want, whenever I want, and be by myself, and I don't have anybody telling me what to do. And it's been very therapeutic. To me, the most important thing was to keep it as organic as possible. My insulation is, I don't know what it's called, but it's a jeans material, compact and rolls, and that's what inside. And there's also soundproofing that you can buy. They sell everywhere, all kinds of different things. So I had to put it everywhere, on the top and the sides and the bottom. So my bed is expendable. It's during a day, it turns into a couch, which is very comfortable. So this is just a regular, I think it's a 4-inch, pretty firm mattress, but you can't turn, the foam mattress, you can't turn it up like that. So there is a trick. You do a cut in the back, and then it's able to fold in like this.
Oh, so you just did a cut down the whole length of it?
Yeah, but not all the way through, just half of it. And it actually has 2 cuts, because this bed, it expands to 34 inches all the way up to the counter space. But sometimes during the day, if I don't want to go the whole way and I just want to have a little bit more space, there's another cut to make it a little bit wider, but not all the way. And the bed is this construction. It's
oh, the slats.
The slats, right. So it comes out like this, very easy. I didn't want anything that I would have to do a lot of putting together, and this is very easy to slide out and slide back in. Under the bed, there's a lot of storage, lots. Here's my bathroom, and this is my cooking bathroom and cooking all together.
In a small space.
In a small space, you got to. There's no other way.
What do you use for the bathroom?
This is, and it's an interesting story about it. When you build a van, everywhere you go, you look for things that will fit into certain spaces. So when my friends were building my, doing my flooring and everything else, they had a little container like that, a little pail. And I kept looking at it, and I was like, this is a perfect size to go under my bed. But it has a cover that completely, like if you were to use that, assuming that you can cover and it does nothing spills, no smell. But I usually put a plastic bag over it when I have to go number 2 and take this out, but it's perfect.
So what's the small Tupperware versus the bucket? What do you?
Well, this is for number one.
That's for number one. Okay,
And
gotcha.
this is for number two. But this is my pantry. It has dry stuff in it that I need. And this is just extra room for my hiking clothes and stuff. But it opens from the other side, from the back.
So you have access from both sides?
I do, because I can cook inside and I can cook outside. The same thing goes here. This is sort of a pantry as well. It has all my plastic containers that are foldable. Then a lot of spices here, a lot of spices here. These are my utensils. This is also, woo,
Everything is utilized space.
utilized space. This is just my soaps, but it's nice because I'm able to fit it in here and I don't use it very often, but it's out of the way, but it's reachable when I need it. And for me, more important thing was not to be too cluttered. So I like the idea of having this open space. And this is my clothes. This is my underwear and my pajamas. These are my pants and this is my tops. So they work perfectly. Every space is utilized. It was important for me to have a sink in my van because I want to brush my teeth, wash my face, wash dishes, and have all that comfort. So I have the sink that opens up, and this is a faucet that folds down. The sink itself is from thrift stores. So this area is very utilities oriented. I have my little flashlight and some of the cords that I use often. Behind the laundry is my hanging clothes, pretty much summer, but they're out of the way. Then I have this little cabinet that has pretty much all my electronics. And I have an inverter here. So I have a 200 amp lithium battery that is actually under the floor.
Oh, cool.
And there's space there because in the passenger vans, they have to have the seats go in there. Mm-hmm. So when they build the cargo vans, they just cover all that area. My friends were able to cut it to metal, but they were able to cut it out, and it's very pretty good opening there. So that's where my battery lives, which is charged by my alternator, and I have an isolator next to, it's in the engine compartment. It charges my battery when I drive, and then I have a solar panel on the top of my roof carrier.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
I see it now.
It's very, very stealth. It's very thin,
Yeah.
And it's a 100-watt one, so it's kind of tops it off. But I can easily, in the summer, I can stay for 2 weeks and not drive and be able to have enough power.
Oh.
Yeah. And my power is only my refrigerator and my lights, which, I mean, they're, LED lights and they don't take a lot of electricity.
And are those lights touch lights?
Yeah, they're all individual. So I can, and they're all very strategically placed. When I come in, I'll be able to turn it on. And when I'm laying in the back, I can turn it on. And there's one over the sink. So it's all great.
So in a van, it's got to be hard to find a place for all your stuff and make it still accessible. Did you think about that when you built this?
Yes, that was my major concerns. I wanted to make this van as functional as possible and is easy to reach things when I needed them without moving everything around. This is my ladder that I use for a lot of things, but the most important one is to get into my roof carrier and to get my kayak down. It's very thin design. It's very easy. It's very light. It's aluminum. So that, and then behind it, I have, my hats. Love my hats. I made those things myself, the pockets. I went to Salvation Army, and I found the biggest portable jeans, and I cut them out. They're not perfect, obviously, and it wasn't that easy because I had to screw. I mean, this I did myself. I was very proud. But it has a lot of extra bags and tarps and just different things that you might need. These are my water containers, and I carry my shower here. I have portable, shower. So this is a table that I use for a lot of different things because, as we see, opens from this side.
Oh, so you have all access to your food and your pantry.
Right. And this is my cabinet that I store a lot of extra stuff in. And my tools are on this side. I have a lot of tools here. So it's very convenient if I'm looking for something, I use this table. But this table also works for my kitchen, outside kitchen that I have. And this is my outside kitchen.
Oh, wow.
So it's a Coleman two burner, so I can prep, you know, quite a few days of worth of cooking, and then I don't have to. I just warm it up.
So what inspired you to first hit the road?
I am a gypsy at heart to begin with. However, you know, having a family, being a single mom, had to make, you know, ends meet. I have a degree in business statistics, and I worked in insurance companies, in the banking industry, which I was not thrilled, but I had to. So after the banking crisis in 2007 or 8 happened, and I lost my job at the bank, I knew I was not coming back to business. And I always wanted to be a nurse. So I went and I got my nursing degree. And I knew that after I got a couple years behind my belt, I would go traveling because that's what I like to do. Kids were out of the house, and it was a perfect time to do it, and a perfect profession.
I also noticed you have stuff out here as well.
Yes, this is my shoe storage, and this is, unfortunately, I had to reduce it because when I put the diesel heater, that's a diesel heater tank. As you can see, I carry my kayak because kayak is my passion, and I kayak pretty much everywhere in the United States, including Alaska. Went down to Baja, so I have covered quite a few areas.
Now I have to ask, the kayak, is that difficult to get up there?
It would be, but I do have a 3-step ladder, and this system called Thule Hollowator. So what it does, it comes down when I undo everything. It comes down to the mid part of the van, and from there it's very easy to take down. And I've had the system for 10 years. It's probably time to replace it, but it's very durable, and it's been in all kinds of weathers.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
That's true.
Irina, thank you so much for giving us a tour of your beautifully built little Ford Transit Connect. That was incredible. I absolutely love it. So thank you so much.
My pleasure. I'm glad I'm able to share it, so maybe people can take little pieces of it and use it for their builds.
What do you think of her build? What was your favorite part? Did you learn anything today? We'd absolutely love to hear in the comments below. But if you got anything out of today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, share it with friends. Until next time, we'll see you down the road. So long.
So long.